per Iranian state media. An Iranian army says it targeted fuel tanks refueling aircrafts at Israel's Ben Gurion airport with drones. And Ambassador Gauri Shankar Gupta, I'd like your comments on this development.
You see, Vaisali, the Iranian attacks are continuing. So obviously the claim of US that they have been able to wipe out or degrade it considerably the stock of missiles and drone is not correct. In fact, I can see the Iran is firing at will. It is not only Ben Gurion airport in Israel, but also at UAE and Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. Many missiles were fired this morning. So they have a lot of stock, and I think the American intelligence has not been able to track it down or control it or contain it so far. So this is a great fear that even if the USA, I think to begin with, I agree that US should stop now pounding on Iran, because that would be at least one party will stop, that will ease the situation slightly. But the fear is greater in the GCC states. I have lived in those countries and I know that they always lived under the shadow of Iran. Iran is a big country with 10 crore people and a civilizational history, and also, a big economic and military power. While these are very small states with very limited population, they were actually nomadic people before 1960s, and they have become rich overnight because of the oil resources and other energy sources. And they do not want to lose that independence, that prosperity which they have acquired. It is of course hard earned and they deserve to preserve it, but they are absolutely fearful that if the USA leave them alone, then now they would be even much more vulnerable. They were not as vulnerable before as they will be in the future. So somehow or the other, these states will have to depend on US, and that is why they are placing order of heavy US equipment for their defense now. And they cannot be very offensive. So far, they have not been offensive against Iran because the geography cannot be changed and they have to live with Iran, and therefore they cannot afford to annoy them further. But and the Saudi statement that 2 days ago was quite, quite strong against Iran, and this has already annoyed Iran. The Iranian foreign minister said there was no way of any dialogue at all. They are not ready for dialogue. They tried twice, and both the time they were attacked. So I do not see a path of dialogue. I hope PM Modi could intervene, but he has also not been successful so far. He has talked to 6, 7 leaders around the world, including French president and Malaysian prime minister and all the Gulf leaders. But I don't think there has been a consensus on this issue so far, because persuading Iran to come to a dialogue table is not easy at this stage. It can be done only by President Putin, because the Iranian foreign minister is in Moscow today and he will be meeting President Putin. So I think that is the way some pressure has to be put by President Putin on Iran and make them agree to, stop this war. But I don't know whether that would work, because Iran is very, very angry and the regime does not want to accept any defeat after so much destruction in the country. They want to show that yes, they have been bold enough to defeat US, and that is their aim, and they will actually pound heavily on Israel and the Gulf states as soon as the America withdraws from this war. So I think the situation
Ambassador
is
Gupta, apologies
quite
for interrupting you, but as